having a hard drive to back up raw video. This tip is going to save you time and a lot of it. It has saved me so much time, both in news and on the job in my personal business, as I have cataloged lots of personal content over time. The tip is to buy a hard drive that is at least 4 terabytes. That's because you're going to be saving a lot on it, and 4K video clips have huge file sizes. The small portable drives you see are perfect for you because they don't need the extra AC power plugs to work. Just plug in the USB cable and go. So get one and keep all of your raw video from the field on it from every story. As a one-person band, this is going to save you so much time and, more importantly, save you from frustration when you're doing follow-up stories, because you won't have to reshoot video or depend on an editor back in the newsroom to find you file footage, and that is even if your newsroom even has editors. Not to mention, most quote-unquote file footage is just backed up VOs, VOSOTs, and packages, which means the shots are super short. Probably 3 seconds or shorter, and that's not gonna be enough to time out with the track that you wrote today for your current package. You're gonna want the raw video, desperately so. That's where your hard drive comes in. Mine was a larger external drive that I had to plug into a wall for power, but everything was backed up on it. It was a 1 terabyte drive, and it saved me time and time again when I needed the raw footage from a shoot months earlier. There also came a time when the investigative team needed video of food being prepared in kitchens, something I had a lot of. They were expecting me to point them in the direction of packages on file footage tapes, but instead I told them that I could get them raw video and actually asked them what kinds of shots they were looking for. Medium shots, wide sort of aerial high-angle shots from inside kitchens, and what they wanted was mostly tight shots. And they were beyond happy that I had the raw footage, because that made the editor's job really easy, because there was an abundance of footage, and that gave the editor almost endless options. Another time this was surprisingly useful is when American sniper Chris Kyle was killed in February of 2013. If you're familiar with the movie American Sniper, where Bradley Cooper plays Chris Kyle, that's the gentleman we're talking about. He's from Texas, and I had interviewed him months earlier when a reality show he did with NBC premiered. It was a show called Stars Earn Stripes, where someone from the elite military was paired up with a Hollywood star, and together they had to do military things, basically seeing if the celebrity had what it takes to be in the military. Chris was teamed up with Dean Cain, so I was asked to go interview Chris at his undisclosed office in Dallas. We talked about the show and his life in Texas. The piece aired, and I figured, as anyone would, that would be the end of it. Until the day he unexpectedly died after being murdered by a veteran he was trying to counsel. It was all surprising news across Texas, because Chris Kyle was the sniper who had killed the most terrorists in the Middle East, and because of that, everyone in Texas knew him. It was a shock both to those who knew him as well as those who knew of him. And when the news hit, I immediately reached out to a producer and told her that I still had raw video from an interview I had done months ago, and this was 4 or 5 months ago. It was a resource that no other station could possibly have, and a resource my station almost didn't have, because just like any other station, it can't afford to archive raw footage. But I could. And because of it, my station had footage and could craft stories around content no one else had. This made the station the leader in the market for this coverage. This is all to say that backing up your raw footage on an external drive will give you options as well as success that more than pays for itself. And don't even get me started about all the RAW I have from my business. Those hard drives, they're invaluable because I can put together almost any kind of a reel that I need to for a client, depending upon what that client is looking for. Large brand social media campaigns, I've got it. Real estate, yes. Restaurants, of course. Workshops, yes. Large entertainment events, even that. I have all of it because I took the time to save it. So please do the same. If you have any questions about how to do this, what kind of drive to get, please feel free to reach out. I'll see you in the next video.